Merry Christmas, y'all. As I hope you know, on Christmas, we celebrate this beautiful truth, this beautiful fact, this awesome reality that God, the majestic God who holds the universe in existence, who has designed galaxies and stars and planets, the atom, all the animals, the mountains, this majestic God has become a little baby and was born of the Blessed Virgin Mary in Bethlehem in a manger out of love for us. In light of this, one of the things that I've been pondering is the effects that the birth of a child have within a family. You know, I have two sisters, and my older sister's married and has 3 kids, and the oldest is 6 years old. And so 6 years ago, my sister and her brother-in-law didn't have any children. I remember just how much life changed for them when their first, little Emma, was born. Once she was born, a lot of things changed, right? When they made decisions, my sister and my brother-in-law, they couldn't just make decisions anymore just based on them too, just considering their own kind of things. Now they had to take little Emma into consideration in every decision they made in their home because she was now a member of their family. So when they ponder, can we go and hang out with these couple friends? What about Emma's sleeping or eating schedule, right? Or how about we buy that amazing home? Well, we gotta pay for diapers, you know? As they started to make decisions, they had to consider Emma, right? Because she is their daughter. And when the second child came, little Luca, the same thing happened, right? A lot of things changed, and now not only do they have to consider Emma in their decisions, but they had to consider also Luca because he was now a member of their family. And this not only affected my sister and my brother-in-law, but it also affected little Emma, right? She now had to also embrace Luca into the family and realize that life wasn't just about her, right? It was also about Luca, and decisions had to consider them both as well as her parents. And the same thing when their third child came. When a child is born into a home, it changes the whole family dynamic. And it does so permanently. Right? It's not like after a year of considering little Emma, my sister and brother-in-law got tired and they were like, okay, now we're done considering her in our decisions. Now we're going to do our own thing without considering that she is our daughter. No, she's part of the family. She must be considered when making decisions. Now contrast this to when a child is born at somebody else's home, let's say your neighbor's home. If a child is born at your neighbor's house, this doesn't really change your family dynamic very much. Maybe it does a little bit. Maybe you'll go visit your neighbor and go visit this newborn. Maybe you'll bring a couple meals, trying to be a good Christian and support this family. And maybe as this child grows older, you'll say hi to him or her as he or she plays in the street, and maybe he'll come over to play with your own children at your house. But ultimately, right, at the end of the day, he goes back to his own house, and you're not going to make important family decisions based on him or her because he is not your child. He is not really a member of your own family. Where am I going with this? 2,000 years ago, Jesus, God, made man, was born. A lot of things changed for Mary and Joseph because he was born. They had to care for him, and in fact, soon after he was born, Mary and Joseph had to flee. They had to flee to Egypt, right? They had to complicate their lives because of this child who had arrived at their home. They had to provide for him and take care of him. But Jesus' birth is not only a thing of the past, right? An event that happened a long time ago that doesn't affect us or change us. God became man precisely to be close to us. He became man to be close to you. And Jesus desires, in a spiritual way, to be born into your own household, into your home. He wants to be a member of your own family because he loves you and wants to be close to you. And there's a temptation that we face as Jesus desires to be born and be a member of our family. And the temptation is that sometimes we may allow Jesus to be born in our neighbor's home, but not really in our own home, in our own hearts. Yes, we know him. We know his name. Yes, we say hi to him and we visit him because he's a cool dude, I guess. And we have him over at home sometimes because again, he's kind of cool. And so yeah, let's have him over in my heart, in my home. At the end of the day, he goes back to his own home. He is not truly a member of my family. So when I make decisions about my own household, about how I spend my money, how I spend my time, how I understand politics, what is my worldview, what are my extracurricular, if I can say that, activities of the family, he's not considered in the same way as one considers the actual members of the family. Jesus wants to be, right, a member of your household, a member of your heart. Has Jesus truly been born in your family, your life, your heart? Is he a member of your family? Or has he only been born in your neighbor's house? And you have a good relationship with him, but ultimately he lives over there and not over here. One of the beautiful things about this truth, this desire of Jesus to be born into our home, our hearts, is that he is willing, right? Because he desires to be a member of our family, or of my heart, of my reality. He is willing to be part of our messiness, the messiness of our heart, the messiness of our home, the messiness of our lives. Usually, when we invite somebody over to our home who is not really a part of our household, he's a guest or she's a guest, we in a way, try to clean up maybe for this guest, or we try to not have too many family conflicts in front of this guest, right? We want to show the best part of who we are, and that's a good thing. They're a guest, and so we want to receive them well and stuff. And then once they leave, then, the family chaos can ensue, or the chaos of your heart, of your own things can continue, right? But you kind of try to put a good face, right, for the guest. But Jesus doesn't just want to be a guest. He wants to be a member of the family. He wants to be a member of your heart. He wants to abide there. He wants your heart to be his home, which means he wants to be there present, not only when things are neat and in control and pretty, but he wants to be there when not all is necessarily good, right? He wants to be there also when things are messy, when they're ugly, when they're not great. Jesus was born in a manger, a messy place. Why did he bring into this messy place? He brought light, he brought hope, he brought peace, love, and joy. This truth of Jesus' willingness to come into our messiness has been a very comforting for me, and especially this Advent for some reason, right? As I see the shadows of my own heart, the messiness of my own heart, it's so comforting to know that Jesus wants to draw near to this very darkness, to this very shadows, to this very messiness. He is not scared of it. He wants to live there, not because the messiness is good, right? But because he wants to bring light, and healing, and comfort, and company, and presence. As we enter this beautiful Christmas season, I invite you to allow Jesus to be a member of your household, a true kind of owner of your heart, not just a guest. And that you make all decisions, right? All decisions in light of him, who is now a member of your household. And then you allow him to be present not only as a guest, but truly as his home. And that therefore you allow him to bring his presence, his comfort, his healing into the messiness of your own heart and your own home.